All right. Hi. Good morning. Good afternoon, everyone. Can you please confirm if the audio video is okay? Hi. Hello. If you're listening to me at the moment, if you can confirm if the audio video is all right, that will be very helpful. Hi, Haresh. Hi, Suman, Darsh, Ruchika, Namo Jain. Hello. Hello. Hi. Good morning. Good afternoon. How is everyone doing? Fantastic. All right. So as usual, welcome to the AMA session. Today is session number 15. Every Saturday at the same time, I would be coming live on YouTube and answering some of your queries. The way format works, first 20 minutes, I will be answering questions from the comments of the previous AMA session, which is AMA 14. And once some of those questions are over, then I will be taking live questions from YouTube. So if everyone is comfortable, let us start. And by the way, happy Diwali to all of you. Let us start. I'll start with question number 1, which is from Nayan Yadav. Let me just pick up. Okay, now question number 1 is Chrono 9428. Chrono says, how is the content of the video, how to pick best mutual fund for you? It should be called FAQ on level 2, level 3. It's a disappointment. Chrono, I think I did answer how to think about picking up the best mutual fund in the previous session, but you're right. Since I answer a variety of different questions, I think my team picks up one title randomly. At times it gets a little clickbaity. I give you that. We'll try to be a little careful with how we title them, and we'll, I think, also add some chapter markers so that you can go to the relevant section quickly. All right, Harshit. Harshit says the 5-day crash course on level 1 was a game changer. Any chance you'll do a similar one for level 2 in November? Would be super helpful. Harshit, I have a crash course for CFA level 2 as well. It's not on YouTube. I think we've put in some content on YouTube, but it's available on the FinTree website. It's a paid course. You'll have to buy it, but it's available on the FinTree website. Okay. Chavla Shita. Next question. Good morning, sir. In most of your videos, you've mentioned about profile of fund managers and equity research. I don't find reading balance sheets and annual report that fascinating. Could you please talk a little bit on structured finance and the growth prospects? Sure. So, Chavla, there are I hope I'm getting your name right. There are plenty of opportunities in India in structured finance as well. See, now the way you want to think about structured finance is, let's think of a product called PPN, which is Principal Protected Note. The way this product works, PPN works, is you put in 100, okay? If the markets go up, your returns are similar to what Nifty will do, or maybe 70-80% of Nifty. If the markets go down, your 100 is protected. Now, this product is nothing but, it's a structured product. It's a combination of treasury bonds and call options, right? So you get the desired delta. It's a little technical, but that's how these products work. So if you look at domestic market in India, we have very few structured products being sold because the markets do not have the depth. Which means if you want to work in structured finance, you're inherently looking at working with the US and European companies, which are doing their structured finance work in India. Right? So all these guys, Nomura, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, they have structured finance profile. You can definitely explore with them. What you need is you need to be really, really good with derivatives. Right? So you have to have fantastic understanding of all the OTC products, how are they priced, how are they valued, And obviously you need a good starting point to get into one of these firms, but it's definitely doable. All right, who else? Nayan says STEM, financial engineering degrees are in high demand. What foundational skills? See again, STEM basically, one of the reason why STEM works well is because you get that incremental visa in the US, right? I don't know how many years, I think a couple of years after a STEM degree, you have opportunity to work. What foundational skills are essential for someone interested in this field? Very generic question, but in general, you need to be good at mathematics, especially non-linear ability to read non-linear data sets. So that should be good. So work on your basic math skills, your data analysis skills. You should know regression, time series, and volatility modeling, clustering, all that stuff. What does financial engineering entail? It entails a variety of different things, right? So let's think of a basic MBS waterfall structure or a CMO waterfall structure, where CMO is collateralized mortgage obligations, right? So how does the cash flow from one tranche to another? That's a part of classic financial engineering. Are there jobs in the US? Yes. A lot of these jobs will be quant oriented, so you have to have a good mathematical background, but it's definitely a good opportunity if you manage to get yourself into a good university in the US. I don't think in India we have so many opportunities within financial engineering as a space, because India does not have a lot of structured products. Okay, then the next question is coming from Vishesh Goel. Vishesh says, hello sir, it's a fairly long question. Vishesh in fact also happened to call me during the week. He says, as we had a word on a call, I'm posting my query here. I want to build a career in managing portfolios of people, preparing and selling research reports, starting my own fund or in private equity, although I'm not sure which path to choose as I don't know what work is done in these areas. Can you guide me on how to get into that direction? Currently, I'm a research analyst intern doing research about SME IPOs. I know basic financial modeling, excel in Python. So again, Vishesh, you're on the right path. You know financial modeling, that's your starting point. You're making some progress on the CFA program. I think you told me on the call you've cleared level 2 or something like that. And see, managing portfolio is a very generic term, because you'll have to decide whether you want to be on the manufacturer side or you want to be on the distributor side. Now, based on what you're saying, if you want to sell research report, you're on the sell side equity research. If you want to manage private equity, you're on the manufacturer side, right? So it's, the question that you've asked, Vishesh, is very generic. Now, what do you do in this situation? Let's assume you don't know what you want to do. Start with any research jobs you can get. Koi bhi research job. It can be equity research, it can be in private equity, it can be in venture capital, though it will be difficult to get the latter ones. Work there for a couple of years, see if that works for you. And if that does, then you can explore further. So starting point, I don't think you need to do any courses or any education separately. I think what you need to find is a good opportunity to start working. All right. Hi Roma, any future plans for Bhubaneswar? Sure. Definitely, we'll. We haven't really made a plan on geographical expansion, but Bhubaneswar is something we're definitely looking at in the future. Sushant. Hello sir, we're thinking of investing in commercial real estate since avoiding stock market due to family concerns. Do you think it's a good idea to invest in real estate in India? What's your opinion on REITs? Are they well developed? What risks do they carry? Can you provide example of REITs in India? Okay. All right. So now, see, had you asked me this question a few years ago, I would have said no. In general, I'm not a big fan of real estate per se. However, my opinion has changed in the last few years. And one reason for change in the opinion is I've realized as an investor, you have to be very agile in the market, right? So you make money where money is available. And I think in a lot of times, real estate, these opportunities come up. The thing with investing in real estate, Sushant, that you should know, there are three things that you need to be extremely careful of, right? These are the three things that matters the most when you're looking at real estate. Number one is location of the real estate. Number two is the location, and number three is the location, right? Entire real estate game is about, it's very idiosyncratic, it's very property specific, it's about finding the right location at the right price. So if you're hunting deals in the market, and if you can get yourself 8-9% type of a rental yield on a commercial property, I think that's a fantastic opportunity. So the way you want to value the property is, whichever property you're trying to buy, just go and find out what would be a good market rental for it, okay? And then take that rental, divide that with 8%. 8% dividing with 8% is same as multiplying with 12.5. So let's say the rent of that property is, let's say 1 lakh rupees per annum. Okay, I'm just making up something random. Then a good valuation at which you buy is about 12.5 lakh rupees, 12.5 times, right? That's the way you want to think about it. If you can get 10% rental yield, even better. So if you can find opportunities, A, good location, B, at a good price, definitely real estate is worth exploring. The benefit is you get rentals, right, which is a regular cash flow. The downside is you will not be able to compound very fast. Another interesting thing with real estate, which a lot of people ignore, is you have opportunity to build leverage at an attractive cost. So again, the way to think is, if I can make about 7 to 8% on rental and 5 to 6% on capital appreciation, which is inflation. So you're making 8 plus 5, right? You're making roughly 13 to 14% per annum type of return. If you can bring in leverage at 10 to 11%, you have that 3% delta, right? Leverage means loan. So you take loan at 11%, you invest at 14%. That's I think a fairly attractive deal. But there's a lot of deal hunting that goes in when you want to look at real estate. What's my view on REITs? I think REITs is a decent product, relatively low risk. In the short run, Sushant, historically, REITs have exhibited a very high correlation with markets. What does it mean? It means if equity markets fall down, REITs also fall down in the short run. In the long run, the correlation is lower. So you can explore REITs as well. Which REITs? I think we have Embassy and we've a couple of other REITs, right? I forgot the names, but you can just Google them up. There are 4 or 5 options in India, 4 options now in India. All right. Next question. Can you share your views on this illicit investment? Yes, we had this. In fact, one of my colleague WhatsApp me that news article. There's some stock that ran multiple fold, right? And there was some news that your 3 crore would have become 3 lakh would have become 30 crores or something like that. So see, it's sensationalism, nothing else. I think there were only 15-20 stocks that changed hands. So it's a lot of sensationalism, not anything else. It's a holding company that holds shares of Asian Paints. No one really made money. Okay, it's just a good news story, but nothing else. So I wouldn't fall for these type of news stories. Just ignore. It's very simple. You have to find fantastic business at good valuations, right? And keep on hunting the market for right opportunities to come. Something will come your way. All right, Viraj. As a fresher, how to get into quant finance? What skills should I get after level 1? Recommend YouTube channels to learn Python for finance. So yeah, again, basic Python, SQL, those are the skills. You should be good at maths. So start with your basic, linear algebra we did in the school and see if you can build on from there. You should be good with basic matrix algebra, quadratic equations and all of that kind of stuff. That's your starting point. eventually you'll have to spend a lot of time on calculus, right? Differential calculus and all of stochastic calculus and all of that stuff. So that's basic mathematical set required for quant. You need to be good at Python. You need to have decent understanding of quant. Which channels to learn Python for finance, I do not know. I haven't come across any channel where I felt, okay, this is the one. But maybe you can learn basic Python with some random YouTube videos and see if you can take some projects in finance and apply them in Python. All right. Suman says, can you tell us a roadmap to become a portfolio manager? Sure. Suman, not that difficult. Step number one, get 1 or 2 levels of CFA. I think it's not mandatory, but it helps. Learn financial modeling, get a basic job in equity research. Sell side, buy side doesn't matter, though sell side would be great. Work in the sell side for 4 or 5 years, touch at least a couple of sectors, make a move to buy side, work for another 5-10 years. If you're exceptionally skilled, there you go. That's your path towards becoming a fund manager. Gautam, I was a student at FinTree. I failed to clear level 1. With the basics I learned, I started investing in stocks, made a decent portfolio over the years. Now I'm working in retail banking 7 years, which is very time consuming, hectic, and lack any required skills. Guide, is there any option to switch my career towards equities, or should I pursue course which can be helpful? Gautam, if you're working in India and if you worked for 7 years in retail banking, making a move to equity research, and sorry to break that news, but I think it's going to be tough. So see, in India, making a lateral move is very, very tough, right? So what can I do to make myself better? Stay within the banking, but see if you can move yourself to more on the private banking side. So right now you're selling retail products, right? You're selling CASA, you're selling other stuff. Can you make a move and say, can I sell to larger ticket size clients? Can I make a move towards private banking, private wealth? So stay within the banking vertical, but see if you can look for vertical growth opportunity. CFA will still help, Gautam. If you're more inclined towards the credit underwriting part, you can explore FRM. But I think in your case, CFA would still help. Pass a couple of levels and see if you can look for vertical growth within the banking channels. Bhargav. Hi sir, I'm in the CMA final. I have 15-month mandatory internship. I'm considering pursuing CFA. Should I prepare CFA alongside it? Could you please advise? Yeah, sure, Bhargav. If finance is what excites you, CFA is definitely something you can consider along with your CMA internship. I did, I think, 2 levels of my CFA along with my CA articleship. So it's possible to do it along with a full-time job or a full-time internship. If asset management or wealth management is the industry you want to explore, to kar sakta hai. It's definitely something you can consider. Pranav, how much time does one need for level 2? If you can give around 3-4 hours every day, please make a new video on how to study for level 2. Alright Pranav, I have done like hundreds of videos on how to study for level 2. I don't know how many of them on YouTube, but let me just explore. If it's not there, I'll try to put one. How much time does one need if you're doing 3 to 4 hours? I think 3 to 4 hours a day will give you roughly about 100 hours a month, right? 100 hours a month, very broadly, I think a good time for you would be about 6 to 7 months to prepare and 1 and 2 months for the crash course and revision. So if you're starting now, maybe August next year or November next year, either of the two would be better. If I had to choose one, I would choose November. Just err on the side of more rather than less. Nitin. Hi sir, I'm 28-year-old working with HDFC Bank as a credit underwriter, cleared level 1 with self-study, aiming to attempt August 25 L2 with self-study due to financial constraints. I want to change my domain into core finance. I'm working on my skills, chasing for jobs but not getting any response. Application viewed by recruiter but no calls received. Yeah, so see, if you're on credit underwriting, that's already not a bad role to be in. Nitin, you haven't mentioned what segment of underwriting are you doing? Are you focusing more on retail loans? Are you focusing more on corporate loans? I think if you can try and transition to a corporate loan, that would be better, right? So if you can stay within the credit underwriting world, but focus more on the large and medium enterprises, corporates, that would be a good tactical move. And hopefully CFA will help you on that parameters, and keep on applying. Don't lose patience, right? It takes time. Keep on applying, look for internal moves, just create that first break. Things will get better after that. Chirag Oswal, hello sir, I'm a BB graduate, cleared level 2. Graduation, just a graduate and cleared level 2. Very nice. I'm fresher, less than 6 months of work experience. I enjoy analyzing global macros, geopolitics, take that into financial decisions. Which role should I target? Is it possible to suggest some companies? As per the above, I should target getting into a hedge fund, but do in India have environment? See, we don't have a lot of hedge funds in India. Finding jobs in hedge funds are tough. In India, we call them AIFs, right? And very few AIFs which are very macro focused. But what can you do, right? So either you can look for opportunities on the buy side, Chirag, with funds which have a very large focus on, getting the market cycles right. For example, look at someone like Old Bridge. Okay, now these guys have a lot of focus on, the market timing and where we are in the cycle. So someone like an Old Bridge would be a great opportunity to explore. Though I've heard the team size is very narrow. Alternatively, you can work with the macro research team of some of these large research providers, right? So right from CLSA to Nomura to Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, each one of them have a team. Now, these guys typically will recruit from these reputed economics colleges. So Delhi School of Economics, Madras School of Economics, London School of Economics. So you'll need some education in economics, and then hopefully you would be able to generate one opportunity within the macroeconomic research world. Okay, Gorang, next question. I'm picking up a little speed. I'll come to YouTube very quickly. Gorang says, hi sir, I'm planning to appear for L1 in August 25. I'm below average in maths, but ready to work on it. Where should I start working on math skills? Plus, having commerce background, what subject should I pick up first for prep? Also wanted to know if EMI option to pay fees is available at FinTree. Thank you in advance. Okay, Gorang. Number one, if you want to work on your basic maths, a fantastic research to learn maths. There's a gentleman on YouTube called Salman Khan. And it's an irony that the name is similar to one, our Indian Salman Khan, but this is not the same guy. This Salman Khan runs a organization called Khan Academy. It's funded by Bill Gates. It's kind of a revolutionary thing on YouTube. He has fantastic playlists on basic mathematics. In fact, a few years ago, I did the whole playlist starting from, I think, 4th or 5th standard maths, right? The whole of it. So Khan Academy would be a good starting point to work on maths. You don't need a lot. You just need basic. FinTree has a course called Level 0. It's available free of cost. It covers basic mathematics and then a lot of material on statistics and time value of money. So you can explore that. Do we have an EMI option at FinTree? No, not at the moment. Right? So there's no EMI with FinTree, at least at the moment. We're working on it. Maybe hopefully we'll have something soon. Shuleen Sharma. Hi sir, I'm a CA. I'm planning to do CFA. Can you please suggest what can be salary increase after L1, L2? Currently I have FP&A profile, no experience in equity or fixed income. I see if you're working in FP&A, you don't need CFA. You can keep on working on that profile. That's a good area to work in. If you want to transition to finance, maybe CFA will help. Will CFA give you a significant bump on your existing pay? I don't think so. The only thing Shulin CFA will do is it will help you transition to core finance profile. शायद पैसा कम भी मिल सकता है. You might, get less. So you'll have to decide what area within accounts and finance you want to work in. If it has to do something with capital markets, then CFA will help. Salary wise, I don't think Shulin it will make big difference. Pratham Bothra. After clearing level 1, I got an offer for commodity trader in Delhi. They're offering me 3.6 plus 10%. Should I accept it? Try Pune, Mumbai, because I live in Aurangabad. My aim is to be a professional trader. If you want to be in trading and you have a trading job, then why not? You can start there. If I were you, I would probably try moving to Bombay or Mumbai and look for jobs in institutional trading setup. Okay, these guys are called institutional dealers. Almost every broker recruits them. So start writing mails to all of them and see if you can generate some opportunities there. Remember the word institutional dealer. Okay, so your responsibility will be dealing, that means trading on behalf of your institutional clients. But yeah, I mean, commodity trader is okay. There are also a lot of these boutique trading firms in Mumbai. I remember there is one called Marwadi and Marwadi. It's kind of a fancy name, but I've heard they also have a big book. So you can also explore some of these opportunities. Any plans in Delhi? Any plans in Chennai? Maybe in my next, not next, but I think in my December call, when I do AMA session, I'll explain, we have some plans on geographical expansion. I'll talk about that. Maybe in the December call. All right, next. I have 11 years of experience in hedge fund reconciliation, 401k operations. I'm confused on FRM CFA. Which course can accelerate my career? As you know, operation is slow moving world. I want to accelerate now. I'm working as an assistant manager. Abhijit, if you have a maths background, I think FRM will be faster, swifter, and maybe more beneficial. So if you're on reconciliation, it is an ops job. I think getting out of this will be tough. But FRM might just generate some opportunities for you, so you can explore that. There's another course called CIPM. Okay, I don't know if CFA Institute is still offering that, but that's also a good course on performance management. If you want to remain within ops, you can explore that as well. Mudit says, my question was not answered. It was posted on previous video. Mudit, had you posted your question here, it would have been easier for me to answer, because then now I'll have to go and search, which becomes a little difficult in a live format. Arjun says, please talk about quant finance. Sure. What do you want me to talk about? It's a very generic term. Quant finance is a generic term, right? But let's break it down. Either it could be some sort of a structured finance, or either it could be quantitative investing. In my previous video, I did talk about how quant investing works. It's a good opportunity. I think quant investing in India is going to gain a lot of momentum in the next 10-20 years. If that's something that excites you, you can definitely explore. Rasmeet says, hi Utkarsh, can I have one-on-one counseling session with you? You've helped me a lot, sir. Rasmeet, sure, get in touch with FinTree team. Schedule some time, we can have a call if that will help you. I can't promise, but I'll try as much as I can. Abhijit, take my question. Where is the question, Abhijit? STEM question I've already answered. Nayan, I've answered your question. You can go and revisit the video again. Okay, I'm done. Let me come to YouTube. If there are any questions I can answer live, I'll try and answer them now. So my request, if you have any questions, you can start posting them one by one. I'm starting with Harshit question, who says, I'm a FinTree alum, cleared L1, L2 in first attempt. How to approach L3 without your crash course? Yes, Harshit, we do not have a level 3 crash course at the moment. And that's because personally, I find it very challenging to record a very impactful crash course, which I think hopefully we've tried to do that with L1 and L2. The reason why it's a challenge is because there's a lot of theory, right? So when we want to do the crash course, we want to give you a gist of the theory in a way that you would be able to recall. I'm working on it. I've recorded about, let's say, about 30-40% of the crash course. We think we'll be ready to launch it in February or March next year for the August attempt. So if you're writing your level 3 in August 2025 onwards, there should be a FinTree crash course available for level 3 as well. Okay. All right. Chetan. Hello, sir. I will buy FinTree level 1 course. I will be writing level 1 in August 25. Do you think 2 hours is a good to clear? I'm busy with my BTech final year till May 25. No, Chetan, I think August could be a little rushed. If you have 2 hours a day, maybe November 25 would be better. So then after your graduation gets over in May, you'll still have, good 3-4 months to work on your basics. So that will help. Gino Thomas, what do you think about fundraising treasury jobs? And these are good jobs. I mean, see, any job within treasury, corporate finance are fantastic jobs. Depending on what organization you work with and what kind of capital requirements they have, I think some of these jobs could be fantastic. See, let's say you're raising $100 million, right? And you're able to somehow save 0.5% to your firm with better negotiation, better structuring, you've saved them $500,000 a year, right? And for that basically means your value in the firm is higher. So all the fundraising jobs are fantastic. Fundraising jobs and treasury jobs within the banking side are even better. So if you have opportunities to work in them, definitely by all means go and explore that. Gaurang, thank you, sir. Suggest what should be the order of subjects I should follow for a first time prep. Okay. Well, so here are the blocks. You can choose which block. I think a good point to start CFA level 1 now would be to start with maybe quant. Though when you do quant, you'd realize not everything makes sense, especially because the first few topics in quant in the CFA level 1 actually draw heavily from fixed income and equities, but it's okay, right? So you start with quant. When you do quant, I generally look at level 1 quant, PM and economics as one block. So I tend to do them together, quant, PM, economics. The second block is assets. So assets would be your derivative, fixed income, alternatives and equities. And the third block would be your corporate issuers, FRA and ethics. So you can decide how you want to break them down. Maybe you can do all the assets first. So you can start with derivative, do fixed income, then do equity, then do AI. Then you can go to corporate issuers, FRA block, and then you can do quant, PM, economics, or you can start with quant block first, right? Whatever is your preference. But generally do it in this group. So quant, PM, economics is group 1. Then derivative, fixed income, AI and equity is group 2. CI, FRA and ethics is group 3. So you pick how you want to do it first. Release partial crash course, whatever is recorded, like 60-70% for Feb 25, please. Harshit, I already have, I'm guessing this is for level 1. Or I don't know, what are you asking? Are you saying this for level 3? Okay, you're saying for, I'm not sure which course you're talking about, but we already have plenty of crash course on YouTube for all the levels, except level 3. All right, work for Rumi says, I'm a BBA final year student, I'm a trader, I'm planning to take CFA in 2025, good decision to make, career in stock, I'm also clear NISM in a way. Yeah, sure, trading, see, I am not a big fan of trading careers. I think it's a lonely life, it's a stressful life, unless you're an institutional trader working with top tier investment bank. I'm not a big fan of trading as a career. But sure, if that's something that excites you, by all means go for it. Is it a good career to make careers in stock? I mean, of course, investing absolutely is a fantastic career. Like especially, the way equity markets have performed globally, and the way equity markets might perform for the next 2 decades, I think anything investment related, I feel it's a good career opportunity. Nandan says, what's the scope of finance in near future? Is CFA compulsory to excel further? Scope of finance in general, I see it's a multi-decadal trend. The financialization of savings in India has just started. It's just less than 10% of the total savings we have. So there will be a lot of money in everything in finance for next 10, 20 years. It will just keep on happening. So from a career perspective, it's a great career. Is CFA mandatory? Not necessary. Even CAs end up doing good in finance. MBA finance people do well. But CFA generally helps, especially if you want to be on the capital market and investment side. So Nandani, then in that case, CFA is very helpful. Kulkarni MS. I have interview on 4th November, credit analyst in a good firm. What should I study for my interview? Please give my answer to my question. Okay, Kulkarni. Study all the ratios well. So make sure you know how to read income statement, cash flow statement, balance sheets. Make sure you know how to read notes to accounts. Make sure you're very comfortable with all the accounting ratios. For example, like you should know the difference between ROIC and ROCE, right? Or debt to EBITDA ratio or cash interval ratio. So typically a lot of these credit funds will on the interview will grill you on these basic accounting questions. Then also know a little bit about credit modeling, right? For example, what is an expected loss, unexpected loss, what is probability of default, loss given default, how credit ratings work. So I will kind of do a lot of preparation around these parameters. Rocky Handsome. Hi Rocky Handsome. Hi Utkarsh, I'm a CA. I have 12 years of experience. I'm in PSU. Thinking of CFA from 4 years. I've gave it a try but couldn't make it. Guide please. So Rocky Handsome, if you want to work in finance, by all means you can explore CFA. See, passing is fine. Passing is not rocket science on CFA exams. It's just a question of A, knowing the right strategy, and B, executing on the strategy. So sign up with some prep providers since you're already busy working. Follow a structured schedule and take the exams. You should be able to pass. Suraj, I'm still 20-year-old, but I feel stressed because I'm not yet clear with respect to my future ahead. I'm pursuing CA plus CFA during my articleship. It's clear I'm not doing audit. I want to pursue career in finance. Suraj, it was the same for me, man. I mean, when I was of your age, मैं exactly वही चीज़ कर रहा था. I was studying for CA and then I think I discovered CFA a little late though. I think I was 21 or 22 by then. I was studying for CA, CFA together. I did not like articleship. My articleship was also in audit, statutory audit. I did not like it. I knew I wanted to do in finance. Those days, I think private equity used to excite me quite a bit. Then it was economics and it was derivative. I was confused, and it's fine. It's okay to be confused. And if you're not confused, if you're sure when you're 20-year-old, then that should be a problem. So 20 साल के हो तो you obviously don't know, right? What's the solution? Solution is basically experiment. Do a variety of different internships. Once your CA is over, then maybe spend 2-3 months each and explore a few areas and figure out what you like. And finance is a fantastic career. I mean, there's no and CA CFA in India is it works like a cream. I think all the CAs that we've had at FinTree who've also managed to finish CFA, all of them are doing quite good in their careers. All right, I'll take a few more. Nandani says, do we have any alternate than CFA? Yeah, sure. I mean, as far as finance is concerned, CFA is a little broad-based, more investment focused. Then we have FRM, which is on risk management. I don't know any other courses. I mean, there is a CQF, which is more on quantitative finance focus. CMA, which is more on management accounting. ACCA, which is more on accounting. CPA is more on accounting. फाइनेंस के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा ऑप्शंस नहीं है नंदनी. if you want a little broader and versatile, and if you're early in your career, I think that's what you should look for. Then I think CFA works better. But if you're very specific, you can experiment with FRM. और alternate होगा MBA finance. बस इतना ही है. I don't think there is anything beyond that. Okay. I'll take one or two more questions. Guys, can you please post your questions? I'm trying to pick up something that will help all of us. Okay, Harshit is asking, what's your weightage of asset allocation to mutual funds? Harshit, I don't have mutual funds in my portfolio. I don't do mutual funds because I feel I have the time and I hope I have the skill to identify my own set of stocks. Therefore, I do not have mutual funds. But I have a fairly high allocation towards equities. In my personal portfolio, it's almost the whole of portfolios in equities, but I have some FDs, which is more like a emergency fund that I don't count as a part of the portfolio. But otherwise, yeah, everything is equities. My allocation has changed though a little bit now. I've spoken about this in my classes. I'm kind of slowly moving portfolio away from small caps and mid caps to more of a defensive type of stories where there's some valuation comfort. All right, last question. Work for Rumi says, help us, sir. Help you with what? Work for Rumi. Let me take Jay question. 19 days to go for level 2. I'm focusing on CFA practice questions and mocks. Would you advise any other question banks? I get a feeling that CFA practice questions leaves a lot of topic, may not show up on the exam. Jay, I think, that's fine. See, when you're practicing, in terms of practice hierarchy, the first preference should be to blue boxes. Okay, the examples within the CFA curriculum, I think these are extremely high quality. So spend a lot of time working through the examples. Spend a lot of time on end of the chapter questions, and then take variety of different mocks. The more mocks you take, the more comfortable you're going to feel. If you have access to FinTree, we've recently rewritten all the 7 mocks at FinTree. And the reason why we thought there was a need to do it is because broadly the syllabus topics are same, over a period of last 4-5 years. But within, for example, regression वैसे ही है. But within regression, the content has changed so much, right? Now you have that Cook's law and whatnot, and that kind of a stuff. So we have decided to rewrite all the 7 mocks and include a lot of coverage. So if you have access to FinTree mocks, by all means go and practice them. And if you do not, then do the CFA mocks and the learning ecosystem. Okay, done. That's it. I think, what time is this? Yeah, it's about 12:40. So hopefully I was able to answer most of your questions today. Thank you very much. Happy Diwali to all of you. Keep on learning, keep on exploring. As I say in my every session, that we are in a we operate in a very beautiful world. We have opportunities to learn something new every day. Very few jobs offer those kind of opportunities. So keep on learning, keep on exploring. And as usual, all the questions that I could not answer today, please post them in the comments of this particular video, and I'll try and answer them on the next Saturday. So with this, happy Diwali to all of you. Thank you very much. I will see you all next week, same time.